Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe! The British week is starting. We are commencing festivities and we'll be starting off slowly to get us in the mood for British tanks, because in some ways they are splendid, brilliant machines, fine works of crafty engineering, and in some ways they are a bit awkward. They are a bit cumbersome, they are assault tanks, but they can't really assault because they haven't got a big gun. They have just a pew-pew gun, a pea shooter, and cupolas on top, and they're slow, like this one, the AT2. But I figured that no British week would ever be complete if I did not fit in the AT2. It's a tier 5 tank destroyer, and I can really take my time to do the commenting and to think about what I had already seen on the video, because I still haven't made any notes. And you can see that Sash K91, who's driving the tank, well, he's in a bit of a pickle, really. He hasn't blocked any form of damage yet. All he has got armor, that is a Rampanzer, the Panzerkampfwagen 5/4 in the German premium tank. But you can already see what is happening when you're driving an 82 and you're sitting there. That's a tier 5 tank destroyer as well, the Wolverine, the M10. Which can fit the 70 pounder actually, and that was not available on the real Wolverine. But this type of gameplay, it just happens at the tiers you're at tier 5. And it's slow in the beginning. It's tiresome to watch. It's not really enjoyable, and the Crusader manages to take out the Red Leopard, which is all well and good, and then Saish is spotted again. Saish K91, I hope I pronounce your name right, but yeah, he's spotted again. And you can see that he is, as long as he's got targets in front of him, then there's not a real problem with this tank. There is, it's another one, but it won't, because the tanks are already behind the hill. If there are targets in front of you, then you will have no problems shooting tanks and penetrating them, because you have a good gun, it has a high rate of fire, this one, but the average damage on the 82's Top Gun 1 or 2, the other one was a howitzer? Not sure. No, but I'm gonna check it. Let's see. Blitzhanger.com. 82 tier 5 English tank destroyer. Yeah. Oh yeah, it has got 2 6-pounder guns, quick firing 6-pounder AT gun Mark 3 and the 6-pounder AT gun Mark 5. They just left the Mark 4 in the garage, probably. And neither of them has got good penetration. 105 and 110 on the Mark 5 gun. The rate of fire, however, that's brilliant. 17 rounds, 18 rounds a minute, and 17.95 if you fit a rammer and have full consumables, which is just black tea. But if you do that, you do get, well, you do get a bit of a DPM machine. Not really, I'm just stupid. It's 5 out of 9. 9 tank destroyers at tier 5, you're the 5th in terms of DPM. But you do have that rate of fire. This is a tank, if you sit in front of it, it's not a tank that will burn you down completely, because it hasn't got the DPM, but it has the rate of fire to be really annoying. It can keep you perma-tracked constantly. And this shot bounces, and then the Stuck just manages to get away. He doesn't get the shot on the track, and that's annoying, because that is a fearsome tank, the Stuck 3. But you can also see what's happening. Take a look at the minimap. 2 tanks behind him. 2 tanks in front of him. Can he clear this tank? No, we can't clear him yet. Can he clear him now? Yeah, there we go. Bye-bye A20. And Saish is going to do the right thing here. He moves forward, and he keeps moving forward, and the Wolverine is going down, and he knows that. But if he would have turned on the spot, then he could have been flanked by either the Stuck or the Panzer 5/4. And he has to do a 1 versus 4 kilometers now. So he's getting a few shots in onto the Wolverine. There's another one through the turret front. Right, next one. Who wants a piece of me? And he's backing up. He's backing up. He's got good frontal armor. Hello, Stuck. You ain't gonna survive this one. One tank down. 3 to go. Right, mate. Can you do it? That one dunks into the dirt, into the dunes. That's annoying. But he's, again, just backing up, wiggling about. It has got frontal armor that can be penetrated. The cupola is a weak spot. But as long as you don't get tanks to your side, like he's having now, or to your back, then you can keep creating bounces, and you can fire shots in like this one onto the Panzer 5/4. That makes the Wolverine back away. You're thinking, right, we had a teammate, but he's dead now, so I'll just back off and I'll try to go unspotted and then shoot at a distance with my not that accurate gun. Because the Wolverine, it has a gun and a turret and it can set up shots, but it's not that accurate. It's an American gun.
That one didn't go through.
No, it didn't. And he's still in trouble. 208 hit points left. That's 2 shots for the enemy. And he needs at least 3 shots to finish off the Wolverine. He will need also 3 or maybe even 4 shots to finish off the M4. But you can see the Wolverine tries to get a shot in. He has to expose. He misses, and then you can put 2 shots, maybe even 3, into him, just without the fear of getting punished whatsoever. And the Wolverine is still trying to get cheeky shots in, pays the price, bounces his shot, and is then killed. And Saish can now move forward and take a look at that block damage. And the M4 is in a way doing the right thing, but he's just an inexperienced player. He is going to use the gun oppression, he's going to shoot the cupola, he gets a track shot, and I think that is annoying on his part. Chase also bounces the shot, and then he's going to pop adrenaline, and there we go, 1 shot in, 1 shot from the M4, 1, 2, and there we go, 3. 1 shot from a medium tank, you can get 3 shots in return if you drop adrenaline. Not a DPM machine, but a high rate of fire. And if you play it like this, just slowly, cautiously, at range, in an open area. I mean, it is tier 5, but look at the damage. Above 2k, with a 90 alpha gun. Great stuff, mate. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Saish K91. Oh, wow, sorry about that. It's actually Saish KH91 from the FW190 clan. Right, and we're gonna get the next tank. It's Thunderstruck 2015 in the Angry Connor, which is a sort of made up version of the Archer. And the Archer, well, if you thought the 82 was awkward and quite strangely looking, then think again. This is the Archer, a Valentine tank with a 17-pounder gun slapped on top of it, and the gun is facing backwards. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, you've heard it correctly, it is facing backwards. Why would the British do something like that? Well, because reasons, and they wanted to get the 17-pounder gun on the field as much as possible. And of course they made the Sherman Firefly, an American tank with a British gun in it. But that gun, it was a really big one, and actually the gun itself was that big that they had to cut the back out of the turret of the Sherman versions. They wanted to fit it in, and they then had to fit an armored box on the back of the turret to house the recuperator system of the Sherman Firefly's gun, the 17-pounder. But they wanted to get as much 70-pounders onto the field as possible to deal with Panthers, Tigers, etc. They made a Comet version of the 17-pounder gun, which was then dubbed the 77, which was a slightly different tank, but the Comet was a late tank in the war. Only arrived in I think, maybe April 1945, really late actually. So in the meantime, they also decided to add the gun onto an elongated Cromwell chassis, which was not ideal because that turret was enormous. That one was called the Challenger, and they also fitted it to the Valentine. And the Valentine was an early war infantry tank, a scout tank, a light tank in WoT Blitz. And that has a very small turret, a really small one, and they could only basically fit a 6-pounder gun in it. They could never fit this gun in the turret of the tank. So what did they do? They removed the turret and basically slapped the gun on top of the tank. And but normally you would have the tank face forward, or the gun face forward. They had to put it in like this, facing backwards, because they would have massive balance problems, because the Valentine was a tank with the turret facing forward. And the Archer, which was the official name for the Angry Connor, it wasn't a tank destroyer in the true sense of the word, like they had. The British didn't really have tank destroyers. They had the Wolverine, which they used as well. But they didn't have tanks like a Stuck, really. The way that they would use this tank was to sit basically as a self-propelled version of an anti-tank gun. So they would park it into a position and then turn it around and then start shooting. And that's basically what Thunderstruck is doing here as well. And I should take a look at, because the game is nearly ended and he's racking up. Oh, the game is done. Sorry, buddy. Right. I've talked about the tank. You've seen the game, and I promise to you, mate, I'll make it up for you. This is a great game. Mars 3. Look at the damage. Well above 2k, even better than the 82 from the last video. But I promise you, mate, I will make it up. I've got another replay of you recorded, which will be in a British week as well. But thank you very much for sending this one in. Thunderstruck_2015 from the TTT clan. And no British week would ever be complete without the Centurion 7/1. And this one is driven by M4F_FNYX. M4F is that will probably the name tag I'll be using now. You can see he is a top tier at the moment. Supremacy, it's Canal. And the rest have got a fair load of medium tanks. 3 medium tanks plus a light tank. Greens have got 3 medium tanks as well. A tank destroyer, 3 heavy. So in terms of matchmaking, this one is fairly well balanced. And the rest are going to make a bit of a mistake. And it's not in the way of playing, basically, because they do play sensibly. They keep the tanks together, the guns together. And he bounces this shot. And he's going to shoot again. Oh, that's great stuff. 44, pushing the AMX 1390. And rest, they want to make an Iron Fist. And Iron Fists can work fairly well. But you can see that M4F hasn't done any damage except until now. And Reds do seem to think that he is a Sand 7/1, and they may have encountered one before. And tanks like that have a low rate of fire. Think again. They have a low rate of fire if they have the big gun. But M4F hasn't got the big gun, so this is going to be funny. this is going to be hilarious. Look at that. Look at the bounces. Look at the bounces. The rest are thinking, right, it is time to push, because we got a group of tanks over here, and he's bouncing shots, and we still have hit points left, and we got 2 bases, and there's tanks over there, and the T69 is thinking, I have a magazine. I got 3 shots in my magazine, and I'm going to use them all. Right. Okay. I'm on the hill now. I want to back up, but I'm tracked. Okay. There's a tank in front of me. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm still reloading. Doesn't work. I'm dead. And another 44 completely ignores M4F. And just wants to roll down, and he is going down, and the AMX is on a reload. He has unloaded his magazine probably. Oh, there comes a 54 as well. Drive down, you lose your tracks. 44 down, he got him. Yes, he's got him. That's a stock 54. Come on, mate, can you do it? Shoot him again. Yes, come on. Nice shot. Bouncing on the tracks. There we go. That front plate is now, you're facing down on him. He's burning. He's dead. Oh, great stuff. Affirmative. In the meantime, Res have captured 3 bases. But look at that. The medium flank is cleared. And he has survived. And he's got 882 hit points left. Brilliant stuff. Just hold position. Right, what are the rest up to? They've got 2 heavy tanks left. Tank destroyer. Not quite sure what tanks are left there. I think it was a prototype and the KV4. We're gonna see what's happening. That's an IS-2-ish Bostot 65. What's left? Oh, hello KV. Bye KV. Oh, it's an 1850. That's another awkward British tank. And you can just circle around now and you can pop speed boost. No need there, not even popping adrenaline. Just go into B cap. Stop that cap from gaining any points. And you can see now you can unleash Hell Maximus. No chance of penetrating that tank in the back with the hash rounds, which you do have on the Sense 7/1. People seem to think that this tank doesn't have hash. It has got hash, but it's low penetrating power hash. But it is hash, so yeah, good stuff. If you do get the big gun, this tank changes completely. It's not a quick firing gun anymore. It is more of a heavy tank. It's actually a main battle tank by then. But oh my lord, if you can get that tank into a hold down position and at range, you can just really punish them. I would suggest you go to the reviews section of my channel and watch it, because I have a full-length review on it where you can actually make your mind up as well about the fact if you want to use the heat gun or the hash gun. But yeah, just use the hash gun. Use the hash gun. It makes the tank. But M4F _ FNYX, thank you very much, mate, for sending this one and showing us what you can do with a Centurion with the stock gun. Just get it into a good hold on position, abuse the rate of fire, and then you can do wonders like this. A great fun watching the replay, mate. Thank you very much for sending that one in. And this concludes episode 1 of the British Week. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers, happy tanking.